Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to this Vitality Masterclass. Okay, so how do you really feel? Does your body feel good? Does your joints, bones, and muscles feel good? Does your mind and emotions feel strong and well? Do you feel sexy? Are you doing everything physically that you want to do? Are you thriving? Is your vitality strong? That's why we're here today. We're going to up-level that, okay? Or are you relying on substances like sugar and caffeine and alcohol and marijuana to give you energy in the day? All right, have you received a diagnosis that's scary or puzzling? Have you been thinking that you're doing everything right, yet you received unsettling news? So whenever we say I am, we're commanding ourselves into a destiny. So how often are we saying, I'm tired, I'm hurt, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. So part of what we're doing here today is we're going to get you to really be aware of where your consciousness is. Okay. I have a friend that thought she was doing everything right with diet and exercise. She has a super bikini fit body at age 55 and has an impeccably clean diet, yet she kept receiving new diagnoses. The missing piece for her was understanding how unforgiveness and covered up resentments create dis-ease in the body. Dis-ease or chronic uneasiness in any area of life will manifest in the body because our emotions of stress create a biochemistry that disallows regeneration. And we'll cover more of that in this class. We'll talk more about that. We'll go more in detail with that. Okay, so this presentation is for you. If you want to learn lifestyle habits of the fountain of youth, vitality and longevity, and be empowered by new levels of genius within you, because there is untapped genius within you. You want to take complete responsibility for your health by up-leveling your consciousness around what's possible for human beings. You want to learn something new. We're here to learn something new today of how to command ourselves into a higher level of vitality. You want to correct a health imbalance with non-invasive natural remedies that not only correct, but enhance your life and your health. Okay, how to get the most out of this training. So put your phone away and be present here. This is going to be an active workshop. We're going to be doing some vitality practices here today. So be super present with that. We're going to do an oxygenation session together. It'll be about 10 minutes. If you want to stop or slow down, that's fine. Always honor what your body's telling you. The oxygenation session is detoxifying. So you want to have water around, drink plenty of water, and you may experience the symptoms of detoxification depending on where you're at, and that's fine. Just drink water and resume normal breathing as we oxygenate. If you start to feel symptoms of a detoxification, which might be like a little lightheaded or a little bit, loss of energy, this can happen as we're oxygenating the system. It's pulling toxins out, and we need to just allow that to happen and drink a bunch of water. And you'll feel even better afterwards, much better afterwards, okay? I will give you, on this class today, I will give you the do-it-yourself biohacks for optimal regeneration. And then I'll offer if you want to work with me, okay? Fair enough? All right. If you want to be vital, you need to not buy into cultural norms. This is really, really important, okay? We have learned helplessness in our culture around diagnosis. The doctors we trust explicitly for our health or disease recommendations never ask, how did the disease happen? They simply diagnose the problem or disease and then manage it. Okay, recommendations are more often than not invasive and destructive to the body's own self-healing design, which we'll learn more about in this class. For instance, medications are prescribed so often when they are not necessary. These prescriptions not only end up contaminating our water supply to the tune of most people having trace amounts of pharmaceuticals in their system, but it creates a more acidic environment in the system. Pharmaceuticals create an acidic environment, which creates further problems in the system, which we know this because hence side effects, right? We always have this list of side effects. Well, that's because we're denying our bodies its own self-healing design, and we're introducing other chemicals that create other problems. The big one of the biggest ones being that it creates more acidity in the body, which oftentimes acidity is what created the problem to begin with. Okay. So we will cover why taking your health into your own hands and mind are crucial to staying or becoming your most vital, and how to achieve that with the 7 protocols of vitality and longevity, 3 of which we will detail, demonstrate, and practice together during this masterclass. Okay, so I appreciate you. Time is so valuable. As a mother of 2 young children that have a way of taking like all my time, I'm super time aware, so I will not waste your time or mine. Okay, so I will give you actionable steps today to help you increase your vitality today. Okay, and then I'll offer you next steps with me if you want. This masterclass will be about 45 minutes long. Okay, so I was once told that I would have a debilitating virus for the rest of my life, and I just said no. Okay, I said no to anything having more power in my body than my own consciousness. I said no to living with a disease. I said no to medications and anything that can alter my own innate design. I don't know how I knew to be so bold at 18 years old to say no, but I knew that I was not going to live with any kind of physical disruption in my life. I just said no. And 27 years later, I still have no trace of that virus in my system. And I know that I don't have the virus in my system because I get awesome biofeedback sessions that tell me exactly what's going in my body. And it tells you if you have any viruses in your body. So I know that I do not have that virus in my body. And there's been no symptoms of it for 27 years. All right. And I was told, oh, you're going to have this and it's going to rear its ugly head. Okay, we really have to make sure that the power of suggestion is so strong. We really have to make sure that we're not allowing others to suggest things into our consciousness that don't resonate with us, right? I knew that I had made a command in my system that established itself in my life experience, and that felt great. This experience led me to dive deep into my body's own self-healing design and what physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual components are required to function in this super conscious way. I got a PhD in metaphysical sciences and began working with people to see how up-leveling their consciousness around their body's innate abilities that we're never told that we have, and we rarely ever see in our environment, how this would upgrade the health, happiness, and life experience of myself, and then working with others, seeing how this information can improve others' lives. The results continue to be life-changing. So there are 4 unknown secrets to vitality and longevity, and these are alkalinity. It all starts with alkalinity. Our body regenerates optimally at a 7.43. We'll talk more about that. Oxygenation. Oxygen is the primary healing nutrient in this time-space reality. We can go weeks without food, we can go days without water, we cannot go moments without oxygen. Oxygen heals. And so many of us are breathing so shallowly and holding our breath, and we're not taking in enough oxygen, and we're not using oxygen the way that is available to us to use, which is by purposely bringing in copious amounts of oxygen into our system and allowing our system to then regenerate optimally. And we'll go more into the science of that in a moment. The next are the 4 unknown secrets to vitality and longevity: alkalinity, oxygenation, stem cell activation. We'll go into that, and intentional loving command. Okay, these work together as part of the 7 protocols of vitality and longevity. Okay, these 7 protocols really are a complete tool set for 100+ year life of vitality, strength, and vigor. And they all benefit and contribute to each other. I'm going to show you my model here. Hello all. Where is my screen share? I want to show you my model. Where is my screen share? Usually it's at the top. Okay, that's really weird. It's always at the top in this little nice orange button, and now it's not here. Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. But the 7 protocols of vitality, what we work with in the whole program: alkalinity, we talked about; oxygenation, we'll talk more about these; stem cell activation; unconditional self-love; unconditional forgiveness; building the immune system, and detoxifying the body. And the reason why unconditional self-love and unconditional forgiveness are so important is because the energy that we're in creates our biochemistry. So when we're in stress, irritation, frustration, anger, we're literally creating a biochemistry in our body that disallows regeneration. Why? Because it's not time to regenerate. We're in fight or flight. It's time to go. That's the programming. That's the ancient wired in programming, right? So in order to be in the regeneration zone, we need to be in rest and digest. We need to be in peace. When we're in peace and love and gratitude, we literally create the biochemistry in our body to regenerate optimally. Okay, and we'll cover more of that in this class. Okay, because of this system, I've been lucky enough to teach people how to create a legacy of optimal health and happiness for themselves and their families, and witness many empowering shifts in people's health, happiness, and success as a result. And it's awesome. All right. When you've gone to the doctor, has anyone here ever had their pH tested when they went to the doctor, or been taught by a doctor the importance of blood alkalinity? Let me check the chat. You can put a 1 in the chat if you've ever had your pH tested, right? It's like, that's the first thing that every doctor should be doing. Science has known for over 100 years that low-grade acidity is the root cause of everything from weakening eyesight to tooth decay to degeneration of every organ, action, and function of the body. Science knows that where we find diseased cells, we find acidity. And where we find healthy cells, we find alkalinity, with the localized exceptions of the stomach and vagina, where an acidic environment is required. I'm talking about blood alkalinity, right? Science knows that where we find low oxygen in the body, we find disease, and where we find ample oxygen, we find health. Science knows the relationship between oxygen and alkalinity. Science knows the power the mind has in creating the biochemistry that heals or harms the body, hence the placebo. They know this very well. Science knows that nutrients build the body, right? The big problem is that science has proven all these things repeatedly, yet medicine does not practice this wisdom. And the reason is simple. Of course, the systems that I'm going to teach you are free. They're free to use for your entire life, and you may never need to spend money in the traditional medical way of drugs and surgeries. Unfortunately, Western medicine falls very short when it comes to healing or preventing degenerative disease. Its brilliance is in emergency medicine, I would say, but preventing degenerative disease would actually be in direct conflict with their profit model, so they don't do that. All right, degenerative disease, is the main revenue stream for the medical industry. And we can hypothesize that once you are on one drug and your body becomes more acidic from that drug, then the cycle of progressive degeneration and further treatment ensues. Okay, we see this playing out, don't we? And at least 2/3 of the people over 70, I mean, wouldn't you agree? We see this playing itself out. All right, people don't know to consider their pH as the root cause of many things ailing them, from arthritis to tooth decay to digestive discomfort to yeast overgrowth to weakening eyesight, inflammation, stagnation, constipation, fibromyalgia, depression. The list goes on and on. And their MDs, their main source for health insight, is not guiding them to this awareness. Okay, another problem is that it's very easy to overconsume acidic foods and underconsume alkaline foods. Okay, if you think that the pH of food doesn't affect your blood pH, you are incorrect. We are what we eat, what we think, and how we feel. These factors create the biochemistry that creates your every cell. Okay, and the body is incredibly self-regulating, but we make it work too hard if we overconsume acidic foods, which is fairly easy to do in our culture if we're not aware of this, right? It is fairly easy to do. So many people think that the doctor's recommendations are their only options, right? There's this underlying assumption that the medical professionals know how to heal you, but do they? Do we see that? They do not. That is not what any MD is trained for in this day and age. MDs are trained in drugs and surgeries. Drugs and surgeries are absolutely necessary and an important contribution to medicine, a small percentage of the time, but they are drastically overprescribed in our culture. And this creates debilitating disempowerment in our health. We think we need to like ask a doctor what to do for this and that. And really the power is in ourselves to heal. We just have to give our body what it really needs. Okay. It really need not be this way. We can learn the simple guidelines to implement our powerful self-healing design. It is the truth of who we are. The truth of who we are as superhumans often does not take form because we aren't giving conscious instruction to our bodies. We aren't using our power. Okay, a key to vitality is using your conscious power to command vitality. It's a huge key. Okay. I realized that I can command my cells and they respond. I can set the program and write the code, so to speak, with my consciousness for optimal health, vitality, and healing. My mind writes the code for my body's expression, whether I know it or not. So better to set the instructions intentionally instead of unintentionally with all the thoughts of our aches and our pains and our discomforts and our worries. So important, okay? The way you think and the way you feel has dramatic effects on your health and your life. One of the main reasons is because the way you think and feel creates the biochemistry that either puts you in the regeneration zone or the degeneration zone. But the way you think and feel is also projected outwards and makes other people respond to you in ways, where it makes circumstances of life respond to you in ways, literally creates your entire perspective and paradigm of life. It's literally the way we think and feel is creating our body and it's creating our world. And it's so important to get this. And it's so exciting to get this because it's within your power to change it. And once you understand this, it's natural to feel so much more excited and so much more happy because you know you have so much more power than you ever thought you knew you had. And also, it's very exciting to, once you start putting into practice what I'm going to teach you here today, you start doing the practices that I'm going to teach you every single day, and it's fun and it feels good to do it, you're going to see results. And that feels really good. Okay. So here's what happened. Excuse me. I healed myself of a swollen black and blue and very painful rolled ankle in 7 hours. I reversed eyesight problems. Then I started using this with my clients and saw all kinds of reversals of disease, disorders, and dysfunctions. I also saw people returning to youthful vitality and energy, and having the energy to really make their dreams come true, which is really powerful. Because it takes energy and it takes vitality to follow your desire, to follow that thing inside you that you want to create, that thing inside you that you know you are, that you want to offer, that you want to contribute to the world, what you want to do, what you want to feel, what you want to experience. That's there for you, and it takes vitality. And it's exciting because you can create everything that you want to create in your life. So oxygenate for vitality. Dr. Otto Warburg won the Nobel Prize in 1940 for proving that cancer cells are not fueled by oxygen like regular cells. He proved empirically the relationship between healthy cells and ample oxygen and diseased cells and low oxygen. His work also clarified the relationship with levels of oxygen in the body and the body's pH. So the oxygenation practice that we're going to do today is going to, in the moment, change your biochemistry. It's going to, in the moment, help your body become more alkaline. And when your body becomes more alkaline, your body regenerates. Okay, it's very exciting. So we oxygenate to alkalize our bodies, which gets us in the optimal biochemistry, and we oxygenate to clear and sweep our bodies of physical and energetic toxins. We oxygenate to bring vitality, energy, creativity, intuition, innovation, and all the great mental, emotional, and spiritual arts into our present awareness. I should say mental, emotional, and spiritual faculties into our present awareness. Okay, when people started implementing a lifestyle of alkalinity and oxygenation and stem cell activation, as I'm going to teach you here today, their entire physical form enhanced. They gave themselves a physical, mental, and emotional upgrade. So give yourself a new code, a new set of instructions, and your body will follow a new set of instructions. It's astounding that most people live blind to this wisdom and power, and therefore decline and degenerate. Okay, so now you know that you can determine the level of health, vitality, and longevity by implementing lifestyle choices that help your blood stay alkaline and oxygenated, and by implementing the practice of consciously communicating and commanding your cells. So let's practice this together, shall we? Let's do a closed eye process together. This is going to, like the architect needs to have a blueprint before he builds the beautiful building, this is you creating the blueprint in consciousness. So I really want you to lean into this exercise and just surrender to it and really do it and really allow yourself to feel what I'm asking you to feel, because as you're feeling it, the feeling is the chemical in your body. The feeling is the biochemistry. And the feeling is not only the biochemistry, but you're also creating neural networks in your brain, neural pathways. You're actually growing neurons for this up-leveled vitality. So you're literally growing your brain in a new up-leveled sense of vitality as we practice this here today. So it's really fun. Okay. So just join me in closing your eyes, taking a nice, long, deep breath in your nose. And it's so important to understand the energy orbit in your body. It's called the microcosmic orbit. And it starts at the base of your spine in the back. And as you inhale, I want you to just imagine you're inhaling up the back of your spine, around the back of your neck, holding it at the top of your head for a moment, and then exhaling down your front body. Okay. So take the biggest inhale, just inhale, inhale, inhale. Imagine that oxygen just going right up your spine in the back, around the back of your neck. Hold it for a moment at the top of your head, and then let it pour down your front body. Okay. On the next inhalation, I want you to squeeze your pelvic floor as hard as you can and inhale up, inhale, 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 taking in as much prana, as much oxygen and life force energy as possible. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, more, 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 more. Hold it at the top of your head for a moment at your crown. And then release it through your third eye, through your throat, through your heart, through your power center, which is your belly button, through your creative center, which is your abdomen, and down to your pelvic floor. Now inhale up, squeezing again. As you inhale, squeeze that pelvic floor. As you inhale all the way up your spine, taking in as much prana, life force energy, oxygen as you possibly can. Breathe it in and feel like you're filling every cell of your body with life force energy. Every cell of your body is getting flooded with this prana, this oxygen, this life force energy, the primary healing nutrient in this time-space reality. And then exhale it down your front body. And this should just start to feel really good. This is a natural energy orbit of your body, and your body really loves when you put attention on this orbit and move it. Energy gets clogged in our bodies. Sometimes we have stagnant blood sticking around places, and the breath work that we're about to do and this energy work help to move that blood and move that stagnation. So another really big inhale, squeezing the pelvic floor all the way up the spine and the back, around the head. Hold it and release down. So that's like white belt level. Let's take it to yellow belt level. Squeeze your pelvic floor and squeeze your abdomen in as you inhale, and inhale all the way up your spine, bringing in more oxygen into every cell of your body, down to your toes, into every fingertip. So you can't bring in any more. Hold it at the top, but not forced, in a relaxed way. And then down your front body, and just feel everything just melting down your front body. Feel energy melting down your front body, oxygen melting down your front body, debris, clogged energy, just moving down and out. Then inhale again, squeezing your pelvic floor, squeezing your abdomen, this time squeezing your belly button towards your spine. Squeeze these 3 power centers of your body as you inhale all the way up to the back of your head. Take in as much to every cell of your body. Hold it at the top of your head and then exhale down your front body. This is the microcosmic orbit. Do it again. Squeeze pelvic floor, squeeze abdomen, squeeze belly button towards the spine. Inhale all the way up, taking in as much as you can. And then letting it go. When you get to your belly, release your belly. When you get to your abdomen, release your abdomen. When you get to your pelvic floor, release it. And then just resume normal breathing. By the way, if we're ever doing a breath practice and you start to feel lightheaded, that's fine. Just resume normal breathing and get some water and drink some water. This is a detoxification practice. Okay. So let's close our eyes. And I want you to just say, I choose to be healthy and vital, and it feels like. And I want you to feel it. What does it feel like? I choose to be healthy and vital, and it feels like. What are you doing? What's your body doing? I'm doing back walkovers. I'm doing front flips on my trampoline. What are you doing? How is your body moving? What does vitality feel like in your body? Really allow this time to build this. Your subconscious does not know if you're doing this for real or if you're doing this in your mind. When they hook athletes up to sensors and they have the athlete run the sport in their mind, the sensors fire as if they're moving their muscles the same way that it would fire if they were actually doing their sport. So when we do this in consciousness, we are actually building it into our brain and into our body, the same as if we were doing it. So know this. Have you ever gone to do something physical and been surprised at how strong you were? I choose to be healthy and vital, and it feels like. This is your time. This is your workout. Eyes closed. What is your body doing with full vitality, full health? Have a smile on your face. Throw your shoulders back. Be in a posture of a creator. You are creating this now. You have the capability to create this now. In how you manifest, you be it to see it. And the work that you're doing right now is how you're being it. I choose to be healthy and vital, and it feels like. Feel that. And keep feeling it. I want you to picture a scene in your mind where you're doing something physical with full health and vitality. And I want you to run that over and over. Is it running on the beach? Is it hiking? Is it swimming? Is it making love? Is it whatever it is? Playing tennis, playing golf, running, walking, sitting down on the floor. Maybe it's going about your normal life, feeling really good in your body, feeling like your body is for you, not against you. I want you to say, thank you, body. I love you, body. Knowing that your body is fully capable of creating anything that you're asking it to create. It's fully capable of creating optimal health and optimal vitality. Your body can stretch, your body can strengthen, your body can do what you want it to do. So I want you to just say, thank you, body. I love you, body. And we're going to get into a little bit of the stem cell activation here, okay? Our bodies are creating stem cells every day. And it's really powerful to consciously connect to the creative power of your body to create more stem cells. Okay, the stem cell treatment are really hot right now. They're extremely expensive. And nobody needs to pay 6 figures to have optimal health and vitality, okay? Optimal health and vitality are yours, available to you right now. And so know this, know that you can command stem cell activity in your body. So this is how you do it. You say, thank you, body. I love you, body. So repeat after me. Body, I command you to create more stem cells everywhere they are needed. Making my body stronger and healthier than ever. Okay, really feel into that. Thank you, body. I love you, body. Body, I command you to create more stem cells in my lungs. Repeat after me, say it out loud. Making my lungs stronger and healthier than ever. Thank you, body. I love you, body. Body, I command you to create more stem cells in my heart. Making my heart stronger and healthier than ever. Yes. Say, thank you, body. I love you, body. Body, I command you to create more stem cells in my eyeballs. Making my eyeballs stronger and healthier than ever. Yes. Body, I command you to create more stem cells in my brain. Making my brain stronger and healthier than ever. Yes. Thank you, body. I love you, body. Body, I command you to create more stem cells in my bones. Making my bones stronger and healthier than ever. And feel it, like certainty is everything. Just know that it is done as you are commanding. Thank you, body. I love you, body. Body, I command you to create more stem cells in my endocrine system. Making my endocrine system stronger and healthier than ever. Yes. Yes. Thank you, body. I love you, body. Body, I command you to create more stem cells in my skin. Making my skin stronger and healthier than ever. Yes, our skin is one of the largest organs of elimination we have, and it's extremely important. Thank you, body. I love you, body. And body, I command you to create more stem cells in my colon and intestines. Making my colon and intestines stronger and healthier than ever. Take a deep breath and breathe that into your orbit. This is a powerful treatment you're giving yourself right now. Big breath into the orbit. Good. Thank you, body. I love you, body. Body, I command you to create more stem cells in my liver. making my liver stronger and healthier than ever. Yes, thank you, body. I love you, body. Body, I command you to create more stem cells in my kidneys, making my kidneys stronger and healthier than ever. Thank you. Breathe that into your orbit. Know that it is done. And I want you to just really acknowledge every cell of your body. You have trillions of cells in your body, and they each have their own intelligence. And they're each communicating with cells of their own structure and cells of other structures. So cells of their own organ and cells of another organ or another function of the body. They're extremely intelligent. You are an incredible God technology. That's what you are. And I just want you to bring awareness to that. I know that it really is at your command, right? In the beginning was the word. It is at your command with faith and certainty. Faith and certainty is such a big part of that. Big breath into the orbit. Oxygenation and alkalinity, two huge components to vitality, two huge components to lifelong vitality and lifelong health. So let me teach you a quick oxygenation practice. We'll do breath of fire, which is it's belly breaths in and out your nose. Your mouth is closed, tongue behind your two front teeth, and it's quick belly breaths like this. So you're pumping your belly. This is a massage for your colon and your intestines. You're helping bring fresh blood and oxygen to that area. And you're also oxygenating your entire system. So it's like total win-win. So let's do that together now. Breath of fire, baby. This is a Kundalini breath technique. And relax, breathe it into your orbit. Breath of fire is really great to use to increase energy. If you need to like get yourself going for something instead of a cup of coffee, go for breath of fire because coffee is acidic. We'll talk about that in a second. Breath of fire is a really great tool to use if you need to increase your focus or creativity. It helps you get ideas and helps you massively increase your focus. Another really good breath for increased energy, creativity, and focus is alternative nose breathing. And it's like this. Take your thumb over one nostril. It doesn't really matter which side you start on because you're getting a benefit of all the way around. So you put it over one nose, inhale in the other nostril. Close it, exhale. Inhale that nostril. Taking as much oxygen as possible. Exhale. You can inhale this through your orbit too as you're doing this. Inhale in your orbit. Close, exhale. Inhale this side. Close, exhale. Inhale. More. Hold it. Exhale. Let's do one more like that. Inhale. Close it. Exhale. Excellent. Just close your eyes. Breathe normally into your organ or your orbit. Take more oxygen in. Feel oxygen bathing every cell of your body. This kind of stuff helps us clear our mind. So this is going to help us go into our next closed eye process. Close your eyes. And I want you to say, I choose to live a life I love and it feels like. And I want you to feel that now. Feel that now. I choose to live a life I love. And it feels like, what does it feel like for you? What does it feel like? Build the feeling. The feeling is crucial. Remember, the feeling creates the biochemistry. The feeling creates the neural network, creates the neuron, which in turn creates our health, our vitality, and our lives. What does that feel like? Very good. What does it feel like? Feel that now. I choose to live a life I love, and it feels like. We're wired in consciousness, many of us, from childhood, of not being able to get what we want, because when we were kids, we didn't get what we wanted. Sometimes that's appropriate for children and sometimes it's not. But regardless, we didn't get an upgrade when we became adults. As adults, we can have everything that we want. We can have anything that we want. For so many of us, that's so hard to really get, I can really have what I want. Yes, you can. I choose to live a life I love, and it feels like, what does that feel like for you? Does it feel like freedom? Does it feel like wealth? Does it feel like love? Does it feel like creativity? It feels like peace. It feels like family. It feels like friendship. What does it feel like for you? Feel that now. Feel that now and breathe that into your orbit. Breathe that feeling into your orbit. So you get that feeling in your entire body. The goodness, have a smile on your face. Living a life you love feels awesome. And I don't want to presume that anyone here isn't living a life we love, but let's live more of a life we love, right? We can live more. We can have more experiences. We can have more travel if we love that. We can have more love, more friendships, more creativity, more success. Feel that. I want you to say, I choose to be the predominant creator of my life. And it feels like you are the predominant creator of your life. It's just so many of us aren't oriented in that way. And so much of what we're creating is by default to what the people around us want or need and to what we think is possible. And it's so much has to do with conditioning. Guess what? Our conditioning is all in consciousness. So instead, put in consciousness living a life that you love and being the predominant creator of your life, knowing that you can create whatever circumstance you want to create. I choose to be the predominant creator of my life, and it feels like. When you feel that now, what does it feel like to feel yourself making choices and creating them, making a choice and then being in the end result of that? What does that feel like? It feels powerful, it feels awesome. It feels like life is good. It feels like life is meant to be good. You were always given the gift and consciousness of your imagination, but we're never taught how to use it. We're taught imagination is only for, writing a novel or a screenplay or painting a picture, which is all of those are excellent uses of imagination, but also your imagination is used to create your life. So build that now in consciousness, build that neural pathway now in consciousness. When you build this in consciousness, your world will reflect it. So I want this, part of being super vital is being able to listen to your own higher self and being able to intuitively get the right action to take. Okay. And so I want to teach you, part of working with me is expanding your intuitive awareness for what's your right action. What's the right move for you to take to get to the end results of living a life you love, total health and vitality, feeling like the predominant creator of your life, and really living in your true nature and purpose. And your true nature is that of a creator, and your purpose is whatever you love. And so being here to really know that you can create and live and do whatever you love, and that you love it. The fact that you love something means that you're meant to do more of it. So whatever you love, please do more of that. Make sure you're building that into your day, and you will feel so much more vital, because you're tapping that stream of like, oh, this is what I meant to do. This is what I love. That's why you love it. That's why you love it, because you're meant to do it. That's super important. A lot of people don't get that. Okay. So I want to teach you an intuitive exercise. I want you to close your eyes and make a choice. What are you choosing to do? Is it I choose, it can be one of the ones that we said already. I choose health and vitality. I choose to live a life I love. I choose to be the predominant creator of my world. I choose to live my true nature and purpose. It can be one of those, or it can be, I choose to write a book. I choose to make $1 million. I choose to have an amazing marriage. I choose to have an amazing relationship with my children. I choose whatever it is. Make your choice of something that you choose, that you're choosing only because you love it. Okay, you got to make a choice only because it's something that you love, not coming from any other agenda or what someone else needs from you, only because you love it. Okay, that's how it really, that's when you really get into the flow of life, when you're really trusting yourself and your higher self here. Okay, so you make a choice. I choose. And I want you to feel yourself in the end result of that choice. So you're just going a little bit further in the timeline to this being created. You have created this. You're in the end result of this choice. So create a scene right now in consciousness where you're enjoying the end result of that choice. And feel it, and feel so good about it, okay? Feel it. You did it. You are a creator. You nailed it. Way to go. You did it. Okay. And now I want you to just come back into today, this moment right now, which is just earlier on the timeline. Okay. And I want you to see where you are in relationship to that end result. You're here, the end result's there. And you just see, because we want to create a structure. When something has 2 points, it knows where it's going. It's like here to there, boom. Okay. So it's like a rubber band that we pull and we let go and we go forward into our end result. So many of the things that we intend to happen don't happen because we don't stay in the tension. Intend means in tension. You got to be able to stay in the tension of what you want to create. You have to be able to know in certainty when you can't see it in your environment. You have to know that you are creating it by your consciousness. Okay. So you have to stay in that tension. And then now jump back into the end result and feeling yourself experiencing the end result of your choice. Take a nice deep breath through your orbit. And I want you to ask, what is the one thing I need to do? Maybe not one thing. What do I need to do today? What do I need to do in the next 24 hours to get closer to that end result? And receive your message and write it down. And you will receive a message. Oh, that's my alarm. To go pick my children up from school pretty soon. Receive your message. Yes. And even if you don't understand it now, take action on it anyway. Take action in whatever way you know. Because when you're creating something, the way that you receive it is through the action. So it's super important to create first in consciousness, to use this power that we have as our consciousness, as our imagination, building the neural pathways, creating it in our subconscious, and then take the action, because whatever the action is allows us to receive it. Okay. And plus, it's super fun. If you have any resistance towards taking the action, you rehearse taking the action in your mind. Okay. So if you, whatever it is, you receive the action and you feel like you have resistance towards taking that action, rehearse it. See yourself taking the action. If, for instance, the action is to call someone and have a conversation that you've been avoiding, and there's resistance there, in your mind, rehearse the conversation, call the person, feel yourself lovingly being able to convey whatever you need to convey, feel them lovingly receiving it and lovingly communicating back. Create it, rehearse it in consciousness exactly the way that you want it to be, and then take action. And if you need to do that a couple times for you to feel really secure and strong in it, do that. Whatever the action is, if there's resistance around it, rehearse it in consciousness, and then you will get there. So I really love you guys. This is the work that I do. If you want to work with me, that's awesome. I'll pop a link in the chat and we can work privately. I'm doing a special now for 4 months of private coaching and group coaching for 50% off. So it's 4 months. You have me twice a month in private, where we go into your what you want to create. We go in and we get in there and we remove obstacles. And I help you get focused and really build the neural pathways for creating a life that you love, for creating health and vitality, for creating anything that you want to create. You got to remember that what you want, that which you want, wants you to. So I help you really align with that and have certainty in that. So for that deal, what am I doing? I'm doing 4 months, twice a month, private coaching. Plus we have 3 group sessions a month, which are awesome classes. And we do this group work together. It's the workout. We get in there, we work in consciousness, we work in the breath practices. And for those 4 months of coaching, it's $3,000. So it's it's a super good deal. And also I have payments if you want to make payments. And I'm not charging you more to do payments. It's the same whether you pay in full or do payments. So let me just pop that in the chat, those links. And if you want to step into working with me, that's awesome. I'd love to work with you. I get super excited. What I love the most is really teaching people, how to create the life that they love and how to create absolutely everything, and hearing and seeing their stories of success. That makes me so happy. And I get emails like that all the time and I jump for joy. Feel free to email me. You all have my email, blythe@blytheraw.com or blythe at corporatevitalityprograms.com, either one. Feel free to email me and ask me any questions. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to help you know that you're a powerful creator and that you really can create anything that you want to create in your life, including optimal health and vitality, 100+ year life of vitality, wealth, success. One of my clients she's an artist in New York. She just got a huge show and she got another huge grant. She's had like 4 huge things happen in the last 2 months of us working with each other. I'm here to help you create what you want to create, to help you intuit your guidance from your higher self and really build that intuitive faculty within you and help build your vitality so that you have the energy and the audacity to do everything that you want to do. And that's my jam. And that's what I love. And I love you so much. So grab those links if you want them. I'm going to take off. I got to go get my kiddos at school now. Please feel free to email me if you have any questions. I'm truly here for you. And I mean that. Okay. Love you so much. Have a great day. Ciao for now.